Yeah, these tournaments have got G4, so there's 40 points up for grabs, and it's towards the end of the year, and at the end of the year, the top 8 go to the final Grand Prix in Mexico, and these.
So, HUANG of Korea comes out. We've been very kindly given the names of all the mascots tonight. That's Jack Ellis, for anybody watching at home. And, getting the honour on the other side for HUANG is Megan Curtis. It's all about the big two fellas that they're holding hands with. Tough contest this one. Ranked 26 is HUANG Jianan of China, but the world #1 will know that throughout the entire weekend here in Manchester, your ranking hasn't really meant anything. A lot of top athletes have gone in early stages, actually. HUANG is doing well to be in the competition still at this point.
Yeah, I think obviously ranking, you can't specifically say #1 will always beat #20, and sometimes people might be ranked 20, but it's just taken them a while they might have had the best 12 months, and they're far better than the ones that rack the points up from the Olympics.
Is that one of the things that makes this sport so watchable, so enjoyable, and so unpredictable? As you said there, 1 and 20 could mean very little when you get to a competition like this.
Yeah, I think it's good. Obviously, sports say sprinting, and then someone gets a time, and they know they're kind of consistently hitting that time. Whereas Taekwondo, so many different variables, anything can happen on a day. Sometimes every dog has a day, and some people that they just have a really good day, and they can take out everyone. So it's exciting to watch.
Well, if you're a German competitor from last night, you weren't expecting the kitchen sink to be thrown at you by Aaron Cook, and you can be ranked where you like, but once you get caught by one of those, you're out cold, and that's the end of your night. The funny thing was that last night, the Gulag actually started really well and took an early 3 points himself. So keep your eyes peeled in this one. We'll probably put you through the spin cycle of a washing machine, because the action will go from left to right here, up and down. And I tell you, one feature we have had in this Grand Prix throughout the course of the weekend is late points. A few of these contests have been quite sort of steady and sturdy, and a bit sort of chess match like, and then all of a sudden we've got down to the last 30 seconds of round 3 and people have just kicked into gear.
Yeah, it obviously depends on the score, and if someone's down, it's kind of the go button switched and you need to go. So people can kind of pull it out of the bag last minute. My fight as well, I was down by, say, I think it was 3 or 4 points, and then I had to chase it back, and then chased it back and last second equalised. So it kind of, when everyone's even scores, it's quite complacent and the calm, and then as soon as they go down, things can change up and the fight can get exciting.
Well, HUANG, the 2012 Olympic silver medalist, beaten by Joel Manila, 17-8 in that one. He's the winner of the Chinese leg of this, so he won in China in the Grand Prix, beat Vasily Nikitin. But here, faces Jianan HUANG of China. Jay Jones also looking to become the first home nation fighter to actually win in their own backyard in this Grand Prix series.
Both fighters looking for the front leg as they're fighting in the same stance, both right foot forward, so the body pad's kind of open, so there should be some action. I reckon one of them will take it high soon.
I'm not aware that either of these have met each other in the past, so not a great deal of information about HUANG. And, so as Damon was saying, despite the rankings, he's got himself into the contest. He's got himself ranked at 26 should I say, and the 21-year-old here trying to put a bit of pressure on. HUANG in the red.
I think both fighters at the moment just going kind of basic front legs, getting their distance, and their cover's been really well. Nothing's registered yet in the pads. I think maybe it's going to, for them to score, they're going to change it up, maybe throw a back kick or combination, or work the clinch, because it's kind of just kind of fencing at the moment. They're going to need to follow up with combinations.
Just joining us, it's HUANG, the Asian Championship gold medal winner of 2014 in the Chong, or blue.
Good punch by HUANG. No point, I thought that should have been a point.
Referee here is Serge Sabona.
Good attempt then by Korea, switch stance to set him up and then try to mix it up a bit, but good cover by China.
Final 24 seconds of this first round. We've got the introduction of the electronic body protection for quite a while here, Damon. All of a sudden this year now we're introduced to the electronic headgear as well. Good or bad from your perspective?
I think it's been quite good. You know, I think the best thing for it is when the headshots were done by the referees. A lot of time it would take to appeal headshots, and fights could go. You could be on the mats for sometimes in 15 minutes. So it's good. It's done instantly. Maybe they need to improve it a bit. Some headshots have been clean but not registered. Obviously, if it hits the face, they've got to appeal. But I think it's good for the kind of the flow of the match, and the fight keeps going. So I think it's better for people to fight, and it's better for the viewers back home.
Well, throughout the course of the evening, each fight will have its own sort of style, and that I can guarantee. If you've been tuning in for the last couple of nights, we've had some of these cagey affairs. I think the first night was probably a better example of that. Last night, most of the athletes came out, and really there were some real tough battles. Early doors in the first night, there were some cagey affairs, and you guys at home and whether you're watching in the world will see different styles and different stands. You can see here they're just trying to stand off a little, and then, as Damon said, came in close to Daeun, and he might have felt that he deserved the point there. Just a little off target.
I think Daeun's trying shifting back kicks, he's trying check back kicks, but China's clever, he's just jamming him to the back to prevent it. So he knows he's one step ahead. So I think they need to change it up, and China needs to be a bit more confident and then commit with his shots more.
Hwang in the red, Daeun of Korea in the blue, the world champion in the minus 63 kilogram category. How easy or hard is it to just step up and go back down again?
To China at the moment. Korea just was a bit lax on his cover, but he's got every technique under the book, as Lee Daeun. So he's attempts at a back leg high then, but there's loads of time. He's got a lot of techniques under his arsenal, and then he equalised 1-1.
What a piece here. We had nothing going, and a big attempt there.
Yep. Good attempt at chop kick and then a spin from Hwang.
Just trying to force Hwang towards the edge here.
Yeah, he's pressing him. He's pushing him back and he's keeping on the edge of the area. I think maybe he needs to keep pushing him back and then make him close down, and then kind of go short high and maybe go for a headshot as well. But definitely more proactive fighter, Korea.
Well, he won't be in awe of his opponent here. Hwang, he's already knocked out Alexei Denisenko in the second round, so he doesn't seem to care who you are. And now he faces ranking number 1, who knocked out Portugal's Mario Silva, 16-7. Cruise control somewhat for Daeun in the quarterfinals. Here, he's not having it all his own way at all.
Yeah, China's been cagey, he's been clever, he's having good cover covering that front leg. Oh, sneaky little shot then inside, went into the clinch, then jumped out. And just that was an electronic system. It was not necessarily a traditional taekwondo kick, but it's just kind of learning the system and learning what scores.
Yeah, it's knowing the game inside and out, not necessarily just the traditional part of it.
Yep.
He knows how to score the simple stuff as well, does Daeun. He's done it again here, 3-1.
I think with the Dado system, you obviously get taught traditional kicks, but with the Dado, when they're in the clinch now, people are kind of inventing little kicks, and I suppose to look on, they're not necessarily good kicks to see maybe, but it's learning the system, and it's improvising, and a point to point at the end of the day, and it happens a lot. Before, specific kicks were banned, and you'll get a warning for doing them because they didn't like them, but now they're allowed again.
Some of the wonderful slow-mo replays we've been bringing you all weekend. The guys behind the scenes worked pretty hard this week. See these two competing at the highest of levels here.
I think now with Lee Daeun being in the lead, his style was good to start off with because it was cagey and it was even points, but now he's going to have to push the fight, so he's going to have to change it up a bit. And I think Korea will keep the pressure on him, but China's going to have to change Hwang's going to have to change his tactics and change it up because he's 2 points down now.
Hwang was a bronze medal in the Chinese Grand Prix earlier on in the year. He lost to Nikitin in his semi-final, and then Nikitin went on to lose to Daeun in the final, so Ken just shows you swings and roundabouts. But now in this third round, David's Huang will have to do most of the pressing here with 2 down.
Yeah, you can see he's starting to press, but Korea is just shifting out on the edge of his distance, and then back leg turning kick to the blind side, which has scored twice, so it's really good technique.
I'm sure
there's a nice check there.
I'm sure Ashab and Mark Lopez are looking on and watching the world #1 put in a good performance here. Now coming up in just a couple of minutes, because barring a wonderful comeback.
Check again there, straight down the middle. This is what happens sometimes when people go down. You need to force the fight and you need to rush, but then you're rushing onto technique. So Korea's allowing him to come and then using straight work to make him rush onto his checks and then surprising him with attacks. So he's manipulating him very well.
I suppose this is where Dae-hoon is earning his money, I suppose, at the moment. As you said, not necessarily all of the traditional kicks and all of the traditional point scoring, but when somebody's having to rush into you because they're trailing, he knows how to pick you off.
Yeah, he's being clever. He knows he has to come. So he's either reacting straight to, oh, nearly attempted a high then. He's either reacting straight to stop him from coming in with any turning kicks, or he's surprise attacking him with that back leg turning kick to the blind side. So
there's some 40 seconds remaining then, so Huang needs to start pulling out the spectacular. He's going to have to start going high and looking for some bigger points here as we come to 30 seconds remaining. Dae-hoon, though, is just picking him off here. This is why he's world #1.
He's stepping it up now, so he's obviously up by 7 points, but he's being proactive. He's keeping the pressure on him, and he's smiling, and he's in a good place now. 15 seconds left, 7 points up. Ooh.
Well, the world -63kg champion is enjoying himself out here in front of this Manchester crowd, and with less than 15 seconds remaining.
I think he might spin, maybe he might throw his spin. There we go. He got caught in the head though. Oh, the body, but yeah, I thought he would spin then.
Final few seconds here, Damon, and a chance maybe Huang with a few seconds on the clock. He's got to go big. They won't be too concerned about that Kyongo.
He needs to spin a headshot.
He's just going to run out of time here. Valiant effort in the end by Zhenan Huang. But the Chinese, ranked number 26, has certainly put himself in a shot window tonight and throughout the course of the day here at Manchester Central. He got rid of Alexei Denisenko in round #2. Trying to beat the world champion was just a little step too far. So we'll see Dae-hoon a little bit later on, Damon. But looking at the next opponents in the semi-finals, he'll be confident about facing either